What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. So yes, XRP absolutely went nuts today. Finally reaching over the $3 mark. And the last time that actually happened was back on January 3rd of 2018 was the last time the XRP broke the $3 mark. And so we actually saw some history today because this is the first time since then. I mean, we're talking almost 7 years ago where this actually hit. And I'm excited because I think a lot of us were waiting for this to happen. And the resiliency of the XRP price has been crazy. As you can see right now, still hovering around $2.97. It has gone up and down a little bit, but still, like I said, been really resilient. One of the biggest questions on the channel and one of the biggest questions in Discord and everything like that is, where is the next entry price for XRP? And again, no one knows exactly when the next entry price will be, but we could actually play this out, and that's what I'm planning to do in this video, is play out some scenarios as to where the next entry points could be to get in and get XRP at a better price than where we're at right now. Some of us hope that XRP continues to rally. We know that Inauguration Day is literally 5 days away from the time of this filming. We couldn't be more excited than Trump coming into office with the most pro-crypto administration ever to step foot into the White House. And so people are asking, why is XRP up? Why is XRP booming right now? And I'll tell you why. It's because if you look right here, there's a lawsuit obviously with the SEC and Ripple going on right now. And one positive thing out of here is that the two sides have agreed to submit a consolidated supplemental filing containing information referenced in later motions. So again, although the hearing and this case with the SEC looks like it's going to be drawn out for further down the road, one thing we do know for sure is that Gary Gensler's reign over the SEC is coming to an end on January 20th, and a new SEC chairman is going to be stepping in, and we hope that it actually wipes his hands clean of the Ripple SEC case and they move forward. That's the biggest thing here. And that's probably today what this ruling is right here on January 15th. I think a lot of people were excited about this. And I think that's kind of what surged this price right now, was that Ripple, again, seems to be way above the SEC and representing them that they are not a security. So we already see where they're at. And I think that helped fueled us to get to this $3 range. But on top of that, dude, we had really good CPI come in today. If you guys don't know, core inflation rate slows to 3.2% here in December. And dude, that's fantastic, because if you look at the markets right now, the markets are going nuts. The Dow Jones pops over 700 points. The NASDAQ sitting up here over at 466 points up. And the S&P 500 is at 106 points up on the day. Crazy bank earnings came in today. Everything was super positive. So like, it was almost a perfect storm for XRP. And that's where I think just everything led to us getting back up to almost $3.04. But the question, like I said, is where is this going to go now? And I think there's a lot of levels here. You can see here on the chart. We've mapped out a few of these here. I do like to use the fib retracement here. We are on a massive, crazy climb. And if you look at the chart right now, you can definitely see that we are in sell territory. Anytime that you're above the 382 levels here, you are really in this sell territory here. Again, whether this continues to climb, I don't know. It could definitely keep climbing because this thing has shocked me and it continues to impress me. And like I said, we've been buying back at 30 cents. So I just hope this keeps rising up. We're, literally a 10x from where we were at, 3 years ago. So if this keeps going, hey, let's keep making that money. But there usually is some kind of retracement that comes back down, and we could probably get this at a cheaper price. I don't know when that's going to happen, but we can actually play out some scenarios here. And that's what I want to do here today, is talk about some entry points of where things could be for XRP. And so as you can see right here, we are in this like over, we're going to look for some sells here. And I think a lot of people are looking at the same chart here. If you look at the RSI right now, you can definitely see on the 4 hour, we are on the way down. We were definitely over purchased here on our way down. The 12 hours showing that we are above the 80%, and we are definitely over purchased there. And then the day chart is obviously showing the same thing. So you can see that we are definitely in some over purchased territory. So again, the chances of it coming back down because people will sell and take profits is higher. Not saying that can happen, but it's usually higher when it's at these levels. So looking at the fib here, what are the indicators that we're looking at for? One of the big things I like to look at is anywhere between the 382 down to the 0.5 and the 618. That's kind of the area you can see right here in the green where I think the best buying opportunity for any crypto would be. That's kind of the buying opportunities here. So roughly between 264 and 240 are kind of the buy zones based off the Fibonacci chart right now. There are other indicators that we can look at here, such as the fair value gaps. You can see up here, there's these green squares, and really this first fair value gap right here on the 4 hour is showing us here at 278. So anytime you enter into a trade within the right here around $2.78 and $2.67 is actually a better opportunity of winning that trade. So that's kind of where the fair value gap goes. But as you go down, you could say anywhere from 275, and then you can go right down here, and this actually enters into the right below the 318 and right above the 0.05 or the 0.5% or the 50%. And you can see right here, we're right around roughly 264 to 259 is a nice little area. Then the next level, right below the 50% marker and right above the 618, you can see right here at $2.50 is another little sliver of a fair value gap. And again, looking at these indicators, you want to be able to jump in between, like I said, the 382 and the 618 level is kind of where you want to buy this. So these fair value gaps are actually pretty good purchases. However, we do know that there's a tendency where when this actually does come back down in pricing, it can come down pretty hot. Sometimes it actually goes back in below the 615. And again, this is the golden pocket between the 618 and the 615. And these areas right here between basically 239 and 236 could be a nice little area to re-enter if it drops that low. And then last but not least, this could come down to these other fair value gaps over here, but these are a lot more aggressive fair value gaps. I mean, people do have orders in right now. We could actually go look at the depth chart right now and see that there's orders still positioned in here at 220 right here. There's 230, here's 220, 225 right in there as well. So people are still have these orders in here in case this actually does come down in price. Again, it's going to get a lot harder and harder as this continues to climb. And as you can see, we're still climbing right now in almost to 299 again. So as the day continues, we'll see where this goes. A lot of people are waiting for a retracement to enter in at a better buying opportunity. So that's usually when the markets end up doing that. And so people are saying, well, how do you get these numbers? Well, there's some things, because when you're looking at this, if you're on the outside looking in, you're hoping for XRP to come down. The people that actually bought XRP are hoping the XRP goes up, but there's a lot of people that missed the boat and now are looking for places to re-enter into here. One thing I want to point out here is that typically when XRP seems to climb, you can go over here and look at history. Right over here, when this last thing pumped on December 1st, it maxed out up the top up here at $2.90 on December 3rd, which is almost 3 days. Then it retraced back down, and you can actually see right here, we can pull the numbers here. It retraced all the way back down to roughly 25%. So you can see that there was a retracement, 25%, where people then bought up and it went back up. So that's a good, if you look at that, okay, that's a good retracement. Let's look at the next one. It went back up, went up to 264, and then it retraced way back down here, which again was a huge liquidation event. Everyone was kind of aware of that, but this went down 27% right here in this liquidation event right here. So then people built back out, and we went up to this one right here at 272, and there again was a sell-off right here. So let's see what that is. And you go down, you look at it, and it's roughly about a 27% sell-off right there. So when you're taking this sell-off right here, this sell-off right here, and this one right here, you tend to look at this and go, okay, so on average, we're looking at almost like 25% between this one, and between this one. We're looking at about 25% on average of a decline in the market when we have a retracement. And so if you're looking at this, you're saying, okay, if we did have a retracement, say it, again, we're not going to go up anymore. We're playing hypothetical here. If it doesn't go up anymore and we tapped out at this 303, what is the retracement going to be? Well, you have these fair value gaps that we talked about earlier. But worst case scenario, we come back over here and we say, okay, so from the 303, let's go down to 25% because that's about what averages. So 25% puts us down about almost 26 cents, $2.26 or $2.25, which is originally what I said it was going to be. But the chances of it getting back down there that's actually pretty hard. But it can still happen, right? That's still on the table to happen. It's still within the realm of possibility because we already saw over here that this is basically anywhere from a 25 to 28% retracement on these three levels here. Again, even if you wanted to play it safe and say, okay, well, maybe it only goes 15%. Okay, well, that puts us right here at the $2.57, which is right here in this fair value gap area, which is a really good purchase. Another one here is that if it goes down to just say 20%, Let's go down to the 20% marker, and we're still sitting right here at the top of the 618 at roughly $2.40. So again, these are very, very good opportunities to be able to get back into the project if you were to sell out of it, or if you've never entered into XRP and you're trying to find a position to jump back in. You can actually see that these areas are good areas to purchase. Again, a lot of us, that are sitting on the sidelines here, maybe are thinking that a 25% retracement could happen from the 303 of where it hit today. And that would put us, like I said, roughly at this $2.26 to $2.25. Again, that would be a pretty big liquidation event, but it's not outside the realm of possibility based off of what history has shown us over here. One of the reasons why it could be a little harder to actually hit right now is because we do know that inauguration is 5 days away. We know that inauguration day is going to be one of probably the biggest events in crypto, knowing that we have the most pro-crypto administration coming into office, which is, again, another reason why we're seeing the charts go up. It's not just XRP. I mean, we just had Bitcoin that reached over $100,000 again today, and so it's not just that. But again, go look at your depth charts here. You can actually find some levels of where people are actually putting buy orders in. So they're buying it at 260. They're putting another one here at 250. A lot of the even numbers here, right here at 235. You have it at 230 and 225. These areas right here are pretty strong in terms of buy walls. Although they look small on the chart here, we're talking roughly anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million just on Coinbase at these levels. So again, when you're looking back and you feel like you missed the boat here, just know that markets tend to pull back at some degree, right? They don't just continue to rise. If they continue to rise, we would never have red on the chart. So just realize that red will probably come back in here at some point. This could continue to rise for the next couple of days. I don't know. No one was expecting it to go up this crazy right now. I was actually anticipating for this to go crazy probably on like Saturday or Sunday and waiting for inauguration day on Monday. But this actually kickstarted way back on Saturday of this last weekend here and went absolutely nuts. So again, it's nice to actually see this because a lot of us that have been buying this at 30 cents and been holding on for so long, and even people buying before that, are just excited to see that we're back up here at these levels. So again, be patient. That's all I gotta say is just be patient, please, if you're waiting to get into XRP, because there probably is gonna be a retracement to some levels down here. And just put in your limit orders right now on areas that you feel comfortable doing it. Put in aggressive ones. I put an aggressive one at 225. Will it hit? I don't know. It might never hit again. It's good till canceled, and maybe I'll cancel it down the road if we continue to climb up, and I'll then reset it. But right now, I do feel like that's still in play based off of what we saw previously over here. And again, maybe I'm wrong, and I'll take that. But I think it's fun to play this game. It's like I like playing these scenarios. It keeps it entertaining, especially if you're swing trading and stuff like that, which is what we're really doing here. Swing trading these events here, trying to make small profits and stuff like that. And so these are the areas where you try to re-enter back into a position and things like that to make money down the turn. So that's where we're at right now. And yeah, with all that, if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, or I want to hear what your levels are. Where do you think you're putting your buy levels at? That's what I want to know in the comments, is where everyone else is putting their buys. Like I said, I put mine at 225. It's anywhere from 230 to 225 is kind of where I'm putting my buys right now, to be able to make the next big swing trade on this thing. People think that that's crazy, but hey, to each our own on that. So with all that, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. With all that said, we're out. Peace out, everyone.